Afternoon, good morning, you lovely lot. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us on this first edition of the week when it comes to Wake Up Call. My name is Craig Laird and I am here Monday to Friday live, where we're going to give you a preview as to what's coming up throughout the day on Crafters TV, where I tend to have about 3 picks. Certainly got 3 picks today. My 3 picks are from, let's go straight in. And let's show you what shows we've got coming up today. It's Monday, it's the start of the week, it's the 4th of October, and we've got a brand new launch for you. This is absolutely stunning. I only seen it for the first time this morning when I came in, and boy, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's called Belle. Well, there's more to it, but what we're going to do is we'll go through it in a little bit more detail just later on. But the name, the images, the designs, the concept, the stamps, the dies, the papers, everything is absolutely gorgeous all along the countryside. So that's going to be 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And then we're going to be having a look at the Monday Makers. Monday Makers being 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, or 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Both shows are going to be with Debbie Fisher. She's going to be in for the remainder of today after Wake Up Call. But do you know who is joining me for Wake Up Call and then Debbie for the remainder of the day? You actually seen them at the top of the show. We're back together again. Let's take that, would say, want you back, want you back, want you back for good.
Whenever I'm wrong, just tell me the song.
I didn't sing it.
For good. Want you back. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, welcome to Crafters TV. Nice to be back. I'm a little bit bleary-eyed, got to be honest with you, after the HSM preview yesterday, but that was awesome. So many of you joined in, and I'm ready, rocking and rolling, ready to go for another exciting day. Loads of you already with us as well. Must say good morning to Nora, who's in, morning to Amy and Stephen and Laura and Mary, Rhiannon is in, Jackie and Linda, Joan says good morning all. And Betty is in from Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. So if you want to say hello to us this morning, and if you're from a place which has a song attached to it as well, more so the better, because I'm in a singing mood today, you can get in touch on Facebook and on YouTube. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to us on the YouTube channel, because there you'll be able to see all of your favourite shows. You'll get notified when we're going live, and you'll be able to make your own little playlist as well, which is quite exciting, isn't it? Really quite exciting.
I think so anyway.
Yeah.
It's the way to go. Future's YouTube.
Future is YouTube.
I think so anyway. Yeah, so much on there. Crafters TV included, as Ben said. Now, one of the things you might be wanting to tune in and watch when it comes to YouTube and Crafters TV, it's launch day and it's the Belle Countryside. Absolutely exquisite when it comes to this collection here. Now, this is a lovely collection where it's not overly powerful in the fact of products that you can see on your screen. What you've got, you can see right here in front of me. You've got your pattern papers that are 12 by 12. You've got your cardstock. You've got your flower forming foam. You've got your flower forming foam dies. We've got embossing folders. We've got stamps. We've got all these incredible things when it comes to this collection here, being Belle Countryside complete set. Now, within this one here, you're getting 40 elements, which includes the mixed cardstock, flower forming foam, and the paper pad, and so much more. Now, let me tell you, on your screen right now, today's price, you're saving 30%. That's just at today's price. That is a brand new launch coming up on launch day. Everyone's going to be saving 30% on the today's price being £75.99 or $98.95. But we don't want you to pay that. So we're going to bring it down even more, certainly for, depending on which tier you are on Club Inspire. If you are Platinum, that's going to come all the way down there, £60.79 or $79.16. This may be your first order, you know, that you're going to be on, today's price, but then we will be going over Club Inspire throughout the show if you are new to us and you think, oh, I like the idea of getting that price. Ben will go over that throughout today on Crafters TV. But you can see there, £60.79 or $79.16 for you guys stateside. Everything I say as well is going to be across for you guys Central Europe as well. well. You just need to go onto your website, which we'll go over just shortly. But already, can I just say, it's been a couple of weeks, but back in the building together, we've got George squared. Georgina is already saying that it is flying out the door, which I am not surprised as well. Those that did see the HSN preview yesterday with Ben and Sarah are absolutely loving it, and now is your opportunity to get it from Crafters TV. So we're going to be having a look at that first and foremost with on Wake Up Call, but it is going to be here for the full 2-hour launch with Debbie and Ben, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And what will actually work quite well if you're wanting to go for special birthdays, ages, and then even then, with what we're about to show you, you can do any age. Absolutely any age that you want to, and these are our cut-in numbers. These are a die collection with 19 elements. Now on today's price you're being $27.98 or $38.43. Once again, that's a saving of 30% on the today's price. But platinum is going to come down at £22.38 or $30.74. Coming up in Monday Makers later on at the end of the day, and these are a lot of fun. These are actually a 2-for because the whole concept is to cut into your cardstock with the numbers, but then you do actually get the negative that comes out. So you're able to use that within your crafting as well if you want to. We're going to be having a look at that within the middle of Wake Up Call, but you do have your sentiment dies as well that you're able to use. They do concept to cut into your cardstock, but you can of course be using the negative as well within your crafting too. So that's coming up within Monday Makers, and what we're going to do is we're going to stick with Monday Makers, like why not? And we're going to go a little bit festive within this one here, and this one is our advanced Christmas Twist and Pop die collection, where you're getting 14 elements in total. Today's price being £86.35 or $95.76. Everyone's going to be saving 20% on that one, but if you are platinum, it comes down at £69.08 or $76.61.
Best price ever!
They are indeed. Thank you, Mr. X Factor voiceover guy. Best price ever when it comes to these ones here. These are a new launch for Christmas 2021. So if you've not seen them yet, then today's certainly going to be the opportunity to see exactly how they work. Debbie will be having a look at them within Monday Makers, but to end the show today on Wake Up Call, we will be having a look at them as well to show you what you can be creating with them. So it's a jam-packed day, as you can see. Launch day being 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And then Monday Makers being 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, or 11 a.m. Pacific Time. It's jam-packed full, and it's going to be jam-packed full with that guy over there.
Me. Right, yes, that was me. Hello, Gilmore. Gilmore says, hello, Craig, Ben and team. Yeah, we've got George squared in the gallery today. Tracy running things out there. Kiwi is our social media superstar as well. Kiwi on the TV. Kimberly says, hello, fellow crafters. North Carolina, going to be a rainy one.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Very good. Lily Jones says, hello, Craig, Ben and the crafty crew. Looking forward to another crafty week with you. Already done some shopping this morning, so I'm not distracted during the shows. Lisa says, good morning, everyone, or afternoon from here in the UK. And Adriana is in from San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, it's where my favourite WWE wrestler of all time is from.
Now,
the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Is that where he's from?
That's San Antonio, Texas, yeah.
San Antonio, Texas, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
You think I'm cute?
I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks that drives the girls so wild.
Good morning from Houston, says Gail, and Betty says, love you singing our song. Is Oklahoma actually the song of Oklahoma, Betty? So that's actually your song, is it? Everyone in Oklahoma sing Oklahoma. I love that, if that is the thing. I'm pleased you enjoyed it.
I just think of the episode of Friends when Chandler has to go to Oklahoma to work.
Oh, right, and then they sing it there.
Well, they sing a sort of version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good tune.
It is.
I wish we had a tune for that where we are. You know, here. It would be great, wouldn't it?
Is that not like our national anthem?
Huh?
Is that not our national anthem?
No, but I mean, I suppose it is, but like specific to Oklahoma, like, you know, obviously County Durham, where we are, I mean, you know, Durham, 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 Durham. That's the song for. It's not. Anyway, oh dear, I'm in one of those moods today. Shall we have a look? It's a Monday. Our brand new Durham. I'm making myself laugh. Our brand new Get It, Got It Good. Oh dear, what is going on? Right, you're getting got good this morning, or indeed this week, is the Gemini Multimedia die collection. These are brilliant, right? Because of course you're going to be using these with all your fabrics, but multimedia dies means that you can use them on a whole host of different materials as well. You're going to get your clamshell, you've got your elongated hexagon, and your jewel as well. In total, you're going to get yourself 12 dies at an amazing price today as well. That price is applicable for the rest of the week, or whilst stocks last. A lot of you, of course, will know that over the last few weeks, those Get It, Got It Good deals haven't lasted the week. So if you like the look of them, make sure you get in nice and early and grab them so that you're not disappointed. Make sure as well that you come and say hello this morning. If you've never messaged us before, we would love to hear from you. Let us know what you're up to. Let us know what you're shopping for today too, and we will read out your messages. And of course, if you've got any questions you'd like to fire our way, we can get those answered for you too. Facebook, YouTube, get those questions and comments in, and I think we are ready to rock and roll. And this collection, launch day collection, show coming your way, of course, at 3. I think you're going to absolutely love. In fact, I know you're already loving it because, as Craig has just said, it is already flying out of the door. The Belle Countryside complete collection, and actually lots of people jumping in for the paper collection as well, aren't they?
They are indeed. They absolutely are. I also think when you say, certainly when Georgina says Belle Countryside, she always does a pause. She goes Belle, and I just want to burst into another song of Lady and the Tramp, Bella Notte.
Bella Notte?
You know, when, you know, they have the spaghetti.
What's
yeah.
the tune? I couldn't tell you what that is.
This is a night, it's a beautiful night, and they called it Bella Notte. My favourite Disney film ever.
Aww.
Lady and the Tramp.
We had this discussion, didn't we? Because you like the live remake, don't you?
I do like their live remake, yeah. But I prefer the original one. So many memories, Christmas time, Nan and Grandad, and yeah, I love it. So I think of that when I actually, you know, you could get along the lines with theme in this collection, along that sort of style here. Yeah. And I'm going to dive straight in and we're going to show you the paper pads. I tell you what, actually, let's have a look at the full collection if you want to get your hands on it right now. This is the Belle Countryside complete set now. You've got 40 elements in total, including your mixed cardstock, flower form and foam, the paper pad, stamp, dies, so much more that you're getting within this collection here. $75.99 or $98.95. Everyone is saving 30% on this brand new launch day collection, but Platinum comes down to £60.79 or $79.16. crafterscombined.co.uk.com.eu, that's where you need to go. I'm actually taken aback how busy it is for a Monday lunchtime-ish here in the UK. Usually I say this really on a Thursday. I'm going to say get ahead onto that website and shop ahead because it seems to be a rather busy day today. So get in there, make sure you get it into your basket and check it out because it's not yours until you've checked out and you want it to be yours, that's for sure. Let's have a look in a little bit more detail. I'm not going to speed through them, but we're going to go through them relatively quick because I want to demo these and Debbie will have full 2 hours with Ben to show you everything in a lot more detail. Instantly, look at that. Look at that.
I like the reverse.
The reverse
down,
as well.
Oh, wow.
So you've got the reverse as well on the opposite side here. All 12 by 12. These are the most glorious, exquisite, beautiful, decadent,
elegance,
phenomenal elegance running through all the way out. So yes, you've got that countryside-esque of colours running through. You do have the florals, you do have your cottages. I mean, look at the horse. You've got that, I can never say it properly.
What?
What's the horse riding?
Equine.
Equine. You've got that equine feel to it as well. But then you could now, and they are horses, but you could also go along the lines of your unicorns as well. You know, you've got that feel to it. All matte. So, you don't have to do any inking or distressing. It's done for you. But you can come along and you can add extra detail if you want. Keeping in mind, I am at the moment only showing you the one side. These are double-sided.
Double A sides as well, aren't they?
That are
no
indeed.
B sides here.
No B sides here, not at all. So you've got that nice floral touch. But do you know what's lovely as well? And I'm not knocking the pastels and the bright because I love those colour tones. But this one here, it is more of your neutrals, your deeper, your craft cards, your creams. So we're staying away from the bright pastels, which of course you can bring in if you want, but it's kind of like a different colour tone within these ones here. Colour tone, this instantly will show you the colour tones in the luxury mixed cardstock within these ones here. You've got a combination of a texture cardstock, it's like a linen cardstock, and then a pearl, but it's got, it's like mica that's in the cardstock as well. A4 in size, but you've got your 3 colour tones, but then you've got your 2 different textures, your mica pearl and your textured cardstock within that one there. Then what we can do is let's go into all the embellishment elements that we've got. This, I can't remember, ever since we launched our Gemini Mini, I don't think I've seen a border embossing folder that's 3D since we launched the Mini. I can't for the life of me think if we did. This one is a 3D border embossing folder. 3D within this one here. But then you're going to go into the images. So you've got your lanterns there. Yes, you've got the florals, you've got the trees. That has got to be one of my favourite font I think I've ever seen. If I could type that out on Microsoft Word or anything like that, I would be, that's for sure. It's so sophisticated and elegant within this font here. Then let's have a look at the horse again.
Oh, that's amazing.
Now, instantly, you're going to think of young girls, but then with this collection is here, within the teens as well. My mum would adore this because she absolutely loves horses, as I do as well. Very lucky a number of years ago to have a couple of our own horses.
Did you?
Yeah, yep. We did indeed, yeah. So I know a fair bit about horse riding. It's been years and years since I've done any horse riding. But yeah, we used to. Rocky and Jace was the 2 horses.
Rocky and Jace?
Rocky and Jace, yeah, that we had.
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, see, the things you learn, absolutely, yeah. So I had to muck the stables out and, done all of that as well, yeah.
Oh, I never knew
a great time. When the hay or the straw would get delivered and it was all piled up and you'd throw yourself at it and have wrestling moves. That's what I used to do, yeah. So apparently I was helping Mum. Well, I was meant to be helping Mum. I was just playing in the straw and the hay. But you've got that feel to it as well. So instantly, there we go. There's with me with that one, bringing in the 12 by 12. There's scrapbook page. Remembering these memories as well. Do your own little bit of decoupage if you want to. You can. Then we're going to go into another floral with your stamp and dies. So within this one here, you've got your, especially for you, with love and Garden Gate sentiment. Then this one, reason as well I really love this one is, this is similar to what came in with Sarah's signature Vintage Diaries. But it was a really, really small one. It's got that feel to it, but on a larger scope within this one. And the sentiment stamps within the middle. Then we've got the country cottage. How lovely is that?
That's my house in the countryside.
Is that, yeah?
No,
see,
it's
that's,
not.
That's what I would love to have when, as I get older. Nice little country cottage. Yeah. Maybe our own little patch where we grow my fruit and veg.
Oh yeah, a little open fireplace inside.
Open fireplace. Yeah. Maybe a field just at the back of me with some cows or sheep or
with some hay there as well for you to throw yourself at.
Hay as well. Yeah, absolutely. We can go galloping through the hay. All these different things. But you've got that one there, birthday cards, but then anniversary cards, retirement cards, thinking of you cards, all of these are going to work well. Then we've got our border die, ornate lace within this one here. And then we've got some precious peonies, flower forming foam within this one here. So you've got the flower dies, but then you've got the stamens as well. The one thing I don't have here, but I touched upon it, is you do get your pack of foam as well. So within this one here, do your flower forming foam, heat activated foam, but you can still be die cutting these within your card or papers to create your paper flowers if you want. And then that means let's bring in a load. Do you know what? I'm going to bring in the basket to show you what you can be creating here. Because you can do your straight edge cards, your 7x7, 8x8, but then think about your concepts that you can be doing. Creating your backgrounds with the stamps.
That horse is amazing.
Look at the horse, isn't it?
What advert does that remind me of? It's like the horse running out of the waves.
Isn't it the Lloyd's TSB band?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that reminds me of.
But then, you know, you can see the colour tones there, but that could be Black Beauty.
Yeah.
If you want to colour it in, you know, within these deeper shades. Could be a lighter shade if you do have a horse, or, you know, Black Beauty.
Yeah. It used to make me cry, that theme tune.
I've never seen that film.
Oh, have you not?
No, I've not.
Get your hankies at the ready.
Never seen it. I've heard that actually, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit of a weepy one.
Now these are all about layering, Ben. So you don't have to do much layering when it comes to the papers because it's done for you. Therefore, you don't have to do much layering with the stamp and the dies, but you can do if you want. You could add more layer, more texture to them, but then you've got your border dies as well.
Wow.
To create that more, it's like
classy.
an iron gate sort of feel
Yeah.
to these ones. But then your flower dies, which are for the flower form foam, this has been cut in with the cardstock. But then again, you've got your square cards, mixing and matching with the horse, with that 3D embossing folders, the sentiments, gift boxes, but then you're going to do your Z-fold cards as well. Look at that. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Comes to mind when it comes to all of these finished samples that we can see here. Absolutely loads and loads and loads. I'm not surprised so many of you have jumped on the website to check it out. I think if you give me a moment or two, Ben, to get myself sorted, we can do a demo.
There's so much love for this collection. As we said, it's selling very quickly already. So if you've got half an eye on this, grab it now. That's why we bring you it in these shows, so you can get a sneaky peek ahead of everybody else. The paper pad collection selling very fast as well. Panda Crafts is saying the paper pad looks stunning. Beautiful paper, says Evangeline. Laura Jones, gorgeous. What a fantastic paper pad, says Brenda. I wouldn't want to cut it. Well, maybe, whilst we've still got it, get one to kind of keep and stroke and admire, and then get one to work with. That's always the way to go, I think. I know what you guys are like, and I know there'll be plenty of you buying 1, 2, 3, 4 of these extra. What an awesome collection, says Sylvia. Ooh, says Susie T. Look at those pretty papers. And Adriana says, gorgeous paper pad, lovely and delicate. Mary Kay Knoll just saying, Crafter's Companion has the best paper pads, and this one is gorgeous. And Sandra says, hi everyone, still on cloud 9 after seeing my new granddaughter yesterday and her big brother at the grand old age of 2. Oh, that's amazing news. As I hugged him hello, whispered, I love you. He whispered, love you too, Granny. Melts my heart. That's so cute. Sandra, thank you for sending that in. Must say hello to Pam E, who says good morning from central New York. Terry's in from Kansas City. And lots of you chatting about your horses and ponies as well. Brenda says, growing up, I had a pony. And Sherry Jessie on Facebook, I used to have, I don't know what this is, a Tennessee walking horse named Rusty. I don't know what that is, but it sounds, do you know what a Tennessee walking horse is?
No.
No. I get very confused with my horses. My wife is very into her horses, hence why now my daughter is taking horse riding lessons, which just makes my wallet groan just thinking about it. But they have all these different names for horses, don't they? I just go, oh, that one's a brown one, and they're like, oh no, that's a bay,
or a Shire horse,
or that's a cob, or that's a all these different. I don't really understand them, so I'm not sure what a Tennessee walking horse is, but it sounds great. And Susie just saying, so pretty, absolutely gorgeous card, says Mary Kay. Grab these whilst they're here because they will definitely be flying off the shelves, even more so when we come to actually launch them for real at 3 o'clock. Are you going to show us a little demonstration here, Craig? You look like you're studying something over there.
I'm just wondering, in the comments...
What, about the picture?
Debbie Fisher's put a comment. It's just absolutely thrown me with a picture.
Oh, she's just deleted it.
Oh, she's just deleted it. That goes to show it wasn't obviously meant for our comments there.
I sort of skipped past that because I wondered why she'd sent the picture in of her shopping. But, you know, fine, fair enough.
It was just her shopping. It was nothing untoward. It was just her shopping. And said she got it in Tesco's. And I'm like, oh, okay. Right, let's do a demo. Just quickly as well, absolutely, Rebecca on YouTube hit the nail on the head. Really does this collection feel like a US-UK mashup together? Absolutely does. Taking kind of like your UK styles of the countryside, but then taking that elegance of sophistication, so to speak, when it comes to the US side of styles and colour tones. Absolutely together works well, and well, that's why we've got the collection. But let's go straight in. So what I want to show you is, I've not prepped anything. Well, we've got this one, but what I wanted to do is I want to create it from start, so you can see that I do have an end goal. So we're going to go with this one here, which is 7x7. So I've got my 7x7 card blank. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with it's kind of like a deep grey or a stone colour within the texture card. And I'm going to go in with one of the 12x12s. Again, we've got the horse in there, but we've got that frame. You can see this one here, it works and it matches the stamp and die that you get within the set is here. So once again, like all of our collections, they work together, they tie in together. But what I'm going to do is, let's go in, card blank being 7x7. So we're going to go into 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to take pretty much this corner down here. Don't worry about cutting through into the horse, because we're going to be layering up using certain elements here. So I'm going to come to 6 1/2, and let's do 6 1/2 again. What I am going to do though, although we're going to cover part of the centre up, I'm going to trim a little bit off one side so that when I go to 6 1/2 again, I've still got part of the horse that we can see here. That's going to go into there, so we can set that one to the side. And then what I'm going to do is I want this area here. This is actually going to be my topper. So using our pattern papers, selective areas to be a topper. This could easily be a topper, Ben, if you wanted to. But I'm away to trim this one down to, let me double check again. I'm going to trim this one down to 5 inches by 3 1/4. And then what I'm going to do, using a 1/4 of an inch increment, we're going to use this textured pink, and then we're going to use another bit of this grey. We're going to start to do a bit of matting and layering, and then I'm going to come in with our stamp and die, which this one is the Statement Floral. We'll stamp it with alcohol, ink, and we'll do a bit of colouring.
A Tennessee walking horse, says Sherry, has a gait that feels like you're sitting in a rocking chair. It's very smooth and it's amazing. Well, I never knew that.
No, I didn't.
Do you know what? So if we had, if a horse, well, if we had a horse here, could you jump on the horse and like ride it round?
Yeah.
You could?
Yeah.
Can you trot?
Yeah.
Can you canter?
Yes. But I'm not a big fan of, well, sorry, no, I can canter. It's more like galloping I'm not a big fan of, yeah.
Okay. What about if we set up some jumps in the car park? Could you do a little jumping course on a horse? I'm just interested to know.
Yeah, no, I'm just, George, do I look like the sort of person that would dress up as a cowboy and jump on a horse?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
don't
George, that is
what you do in your spare time, George, that's up to you.
Do you know what, I'm with George on this one, so I can't ride horses, but yes, if I could ride a horse, first thing I would do, I would dress up as Clint Eastwood. And I would be a
rhinestone cowboy.
I would definitely do that. I would be well up for that. Yeah, a couple of toy guns, you know, ride into town. Yeah, I would definitely do that. George, I'm with you all the way. it makes me want to just go and have some horse riding lessons just so that I could do that. But I think it's a little bit too late. Riding donkeys on Blackpool Beach was about my level of riding, unfortunately.
Donkeys.
Donkeys!
You're a pair of donkeys yourself, that's for sure. But yeah, I could ride a horse, absolutely.
It's such an amazing thing to be able to learn, isn't it? As much as it breaks my bank balance, the fact that my daughter is horse riding, it's amazing to watch her at her lessons. She goes once a week on a Saturday, and she's so good. She's only 10, and she's doing so she can. What's the one below gallop? Canter. She's doing that already, and it makes me just sort of go a little bit like that when I see her like going round, because it's quite quick, isn't it? Like a canter is quick.
Oh yeah, really is. But they are, considering the size difference, they remind me along the line nature-wise of dogs. They just want love.
Horses remind you of dogs,
in the fact of they just want love.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They just want love. Not all want patted. Not all dogs do either, but most of them do. Give them, some carrots. Even if you polo mints.
Polo mints they like.
Yep, love the polo mints. And they'll be absolutely fine. They're absolutely incredible animals.
They're gorgeous animals, and I think from like a child's point of view as well, I love the fact that it teaches my daughter kind of responsibility as well, because she's got to do all of the other stuff alongside, looking after the horses, like mucking them out and tacking them up, jumping into the hay bales like you did as well.
It's a lot of fun.
You've got to learn all these things. But yeah. Oh, maybe that's a thing on my list to do next year. New Year's resolution: learn to ride a horse so I can dress up as a cowboy. George is coming. Imagine that, me and you, George, riding into Crafters Companion Towers as John Wayne and Clint Eastwood, just tying our horses up outside. That would be brilliant. All right, George. New Year's resolution: you and I are going to learn horse riding. Because Craig can already do it, so he can be our teacher.
Yeah, okay.
In the car park, in between shows, we just need to find ourselves some horses.
It's been years since I've done it, but I could quite just like riding a bike, riding a horse.
Is it hard? Is it that hard to learn? If you can ride a bike, can you ride a horse? Probably not.
No, not quite. Not quite. You definitely have to put in the practice, that's for sure.
Yeah. What do they say? Is it something like you've got to fall off 7 times before you can call yourself a real rider?
I've not heard that before, but...
Have you ever fallen off, Craig?
I've fallen off, not dramatically or not in a bad way or anything like that. I kind of tumbled off, but it was once and that's where my heart kind of stops when it comes to galloping, because it was when it was galloping once.
Oh yeah.
And I fell off. So ever since then, it is the case of when it kind of gives you the sweats thinking about it.
Yeah.
But I would still do it. I would absolutely still do it. It's so nice going out in a hack on a lovely day, or even an autumn day. So nice.
I like the idea of horse riding on the beach.
Oh yeah, done that once.
And my Laura's quite a good horse rider, and she said like when she used to do like pony club and stuff, they used to sometimes take the horses down to the beach, and they go like swimming on horseback as well. That's just like such an amazing experience. I'm talking myself into like taking up horse riding lessons here. What am I doing? I can't afford this.
It's good to go on a first date as well. Horse riding. It's good to go on a first date as well, horse riding.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah. Not you need to worry. You're taken.
Long past that.
Yeah.
Have you got that on your profile?
Well, let's go horse riding.
Let's go horse riding.
On my Tinder profile.
Yeah.
No.
That would be a good first date.
Telling you, George, yeah, it would be a good first date. Really would be.
Imagine that if you took someone out. And what we're doing, we're going for a meal. No.
Yeah.
We're going horse riding.
Yeah, we're going to go horse riding.
Yeah. Have some carrots and polos afterwards.
Yeah. Too right. Do a little bit of Bella Naughty.
Bella Naughty? Oh, Bella Naughty.
Bella Naughty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe do a little bit of Bella Naughty if you want. That's up to yourself. But yeah, a little bit of spaghetti.
dear. How are you still single? Seriously, come on. All these great ideas. I love this. Monica's just saying, hello Craig, thank you for all your demos. I think you work very hard to get them easy for us to be able to do the same.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Pammy saying this collection will go beautifully with the Vintage Diaries collection. Yeah, it's got a real feel about it, isn't it? Like that. Helen says, I remember when I was 10, I said I was going to buy a horse and visit my grandma on it.
And what, sorry?
I was going to buy a horse and visit my grandma on it.
Oh, I thought you said put my grandma on it.
Well, maybe she did. Did you end up getting a horse, Helen, or not? Let us know. And Rebecca on YouTube says, Ben would have to be Buzz. Buzz.
So being a cowboy on a horse, Toy Story.
He's a spaceman.
Yeah, but Woody is a cowboy. And Rebecca's just saying she sees you more as Buzz than Woody.
Oh, okay. Hey, that would be kind of cool as well for Halloween fancy dress.
Buzz Lightyear on a horse.
Yeah, Buzz and Woody. We're still doing that, right?
I'm up for it, yeah.
Buzz and Woody.
I
can't be Buzz there because you're Buzz.
Yeah, but remember, I don't have the helmet.
Oh no, you gave that away.
Because I gave it to Grayson, yeah.
Debbie Fish is in the building. She's just waved through the window and just gone, it's raining. And we can hear the rain. It's, pouring it down.
It's unreal, isn't it?
Chucking it down. We had 3 weeks of nice weather when I moved up here, and ever since then, it's gone.
See, yesterday, if you remember last weekend, I had such an incredible, productive weekend around my house.
Yeah.
And then this weekend, I had such a productive weekend getting stuck in with work and demos and prep and emails. Yesterday, in the morning, I started off with my emails, and it was such a lovely autumnal day that I had the patio doors open, and I was just sitting there looking out to the garden while doing my emails. It was lovely, really nice. And then the rain hits today, typical. But I'm in here all day, so.
Are you?
Yeah, well, just as an FYI, actually.
Oh, yes, mention it.
You guys stateside, although everyone can watch, 2:30 Eastern time, or can't remember.
2:30.
1:30
Eastern.
11 Pacific time.
Yeah.
I am doing an HSN Facebook Live, just like I done last week. But I'll be on for an hour with 3 products, and if you are, obviously, the only thing is it does overlap with you and Debbie on Monday Makers.
Hey, you could have both on.
Could have both on.
You could put us on the telly, have Craig on the tablet.
Absolutely, but that'll be 7:30 p.m. our time.
So that's a little preview to the craft day, is it?
It is, yeah. One of the items I'll be showing you is a brand new item.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. I didn't see all of the preview last night, but I'm presuming you and Sarah would have shown the brand new decoupage.
Oh, yep.
Yep. So I've got them on the Facebook Live.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's 2:30 Eastern time or 11:30 Pacific time.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on.
Do that, because I know lots of you watch on multiple devices anyway when we've had kind of crossovers before. So yeah, you can start watching us at 7 o'clock UK time, 2 o'clock East Coast, whether it be on the tablet or the TV, and then when Craig comes on, you can stick him on the phone or the tablet. You can watch both. Multitask. Betty says, Betty from Oklahoma says, I had my own Shetland pony when I was a little girl. His name was Sandy, and he was the most gentle creature. That is super cute. That is super cute.
Love them.
Did you have a little, was he allowed in the house, Shetland pony?
It's funny when you see little horses like that, Shetland ponies in the house.
I used to know a guy who had a Shetland pony. Well, I actually didn't know the guy. It was the brother of a guy I used to work with. And the guy I used to work with was a director. It was when I was on another TV channel, and his brother used to watch all the time, and whenever he used to send in photos, 9 times out of 10 it would be him in his front room with his donkey and his Shetland pony, who they built a little flat for them to come through into the house.
Whoa.
Yeah, and his donkey and his Shetland pony would sit and watch the TV with him of an evening. I can only imagine if you allowed that in your house, you'd have to make sure that those animals were well and truly house trained, because you wouldn't want to be clearing that out of your own house, would you not?
It's funny, I don't know why though, Ben. Whenever you say donkey, I just think of and can hear of Shrek.
Well, when you say it, I can.
Yeah.
Donkey! Ogres have lairs!
I'm making waffles! I just hear donkey and Shrek. I don't know why, I just do. But here we go, let's finish off this card. Stamped and die cut this gorgeous floral here. I used the Dull Green blend, Antique Pink blend, and then instead of going around with Ice Grey 2, I thought what I'll do is I'll keep it in tone with the collection, and I used the Brown Grey blend and done a little bit of colour. I would spend a little bit more time on it, but you can see
Beautiful.
How it's looking. The only last thing I do need to do is stamp out a little sentiment, and then we can finish this card up within the next minute or two.
Gail says, "Wow, you can really hear the rain." Yeah, it's absolutely tipping it down. So apologies if you're hearing that in the background. There's not a lot we can do about it, unfortunately. But it's definitely tipping it down there. I think it was forecast to rain today, actually. But there you go. It certainly is hammering it down. Hopefully, it's nice wherever you are today, wherever you're watching us from. And if you have just joined us, we're previewing the Belle Countryside complete set. There's so many of you loving this in the comments already. So many of you saying that you'll be diving in and grabbing it. My tip from the top here is to get it now whilst you can, because I have a feeling it's going to be a very, very busy launch show when you consider the price that you're paying today, saving that huge amount on launch day, and of course, lots of you going for the sort of smaller bundles as well, adding more of those paper pads into your baskets too. It's going to be a busy one. It really, really is. Helen just saying, oh right, Helen, we were asking you about whether you got a horse or not. No, I didn't get one, but I did a riding course at 60 and have a rosette I did it with age concern. Okay.
My mum's got so many rosettes from when she competed when she was younger, yeah. Loads and loads and loads of them.
And Betty's Shetland pony wasn't allowed in the house, apparently. Probably quite sensible. It's nice to know that, you know, this our viewers are all equestrian-minded.
They are.
Probably why you're liking this collection, because you've got that gorgeous horse that you just seen on screen there. Stunning artwork.
It really is.
Yeah.
Really, really is. In actual fact, seeing this one, it would be really nice if we had sort of like a small equestrian sort of collection.
Yeah.
You know, nothing overly powerful. Maybe something like the Nutcracker box. Maybe something that size. I think that would be quite well.
Yeah, that'd be
That
cute.
would do really, really well, I would have thought. Who knows? Maybe something, if the team aren't already thought about it, maybe some in our next product development days, we can then put that forward. But layering up, so I've got it so that the horse is still just popping out the right-hand side. Created my own topper still from the background. And then what I'm doing is I'm going to add a little bit of shape. Just goes to prove that you can add shape even when using foam pads. And I'm only going to put a couple in, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to double them up. Now these foam pads that I'm using are only 2 millimeters in depth. So if you were to use, like 4 millimeter ones, you wouldn't need to double them up. But then what I'm going to do is curve that around. And then I really do want to, no I don't, there's not a brown ink underneath just now. So what I'll do is I would go around the edge with a brown water reactive, but let's pop that down there. And then other than adding a few pearls to finish off, that's our card done.
Fantastic. Like you say, plenty more coming up on launch day as well. This is a collection you just have so much fun with, isn't it? I mean, there's so many components to it, and like you said, it's gorgeous, really elegant collection.
It's so elegant. But then what you can do is you can refine it even more by coming with your clear glitters or even your glitters or gems with the Aurora Borealis sort of look to them. Anything like that, you can do that. But then go deeper with your deep water reactive inks or embossing powders. You can go to absolute town with this, or keep it as subtle can be. And then there we go. Finished card, 7x7 card, using one 12x12, 2 sheets of the cardstock, stamp and die with the sentiment as well. And just to go over once again, antique pink blend and dull green blend plus brown grey blend of the tri-blends.
It's a stunning collection. There is so much chat about this on the socials right now. Loads of you have already dived in and grabbed it. The complete collection is £60.79 if you're platinum, $79.16 as well. There's been lots of chat too, actually. I know lots of you received an email back on Friday where you can get like an extra 10% off for you, 10% off when you refer a friend. If you've got that email still to hand, and then it makes shopping with us even more interesting, doesn't it? Over the course of the next few days. Lots of love for this collection coming in. Susie T says, I did order the papers. Phew, that is good shopping because we don't know how long they will stick around for. Terry Tom just saying the stamps and dies are beautiful and do enhance the papers. I didn't notice the pretty flowers in the paper until I saw Craig's coloured and die cut flowers. Lovely card, Craig, says Pam E. Beautiful card, says Susie T. And Diane just echoing those comments as well, saying what a beautiful card. Now is the time to get shopping. I'll tell you for why. Because you can grab the deals now, you can sit back, relax, safe in the knowledge that your goodies are on the way to you, and then at 3 o'clock you can get all of the demonstrations from Debbie, all of the ideas, and you can sit there and go, well, I've already got mine, I can relax and take all of this in. So get your goodies now, whether you're going for the full collection, whether you're adding more paper pads in, however you're doing it, get your carts and baskets checked out, and we will come back with more information and demonstration for you in 2 minutes' time.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
I love reading the messages come through because it was the same last night on the 8 to 10 preview show. The amount of comments of like, I know what I'm going to buy now. I'm definitely not going to buy anything else. And then when we showed you something else, it's like, oh, I'm going to have to buy that now as well. And it's the same today. Teresa just saying, I wasn't going to buy anything this week. Oh, I'm torn. Maybe make this your last purchase, first and last purchase of the week. You can't miss out on this collection. Seriously, it's absolutely stunning. Please grab it. And Pammy on YouTube just saying, oh, I forgot about that discount. Maybe I should do a little paper shopping. Yes, if you sign up to our emails, you should have had a little email land in your box. And that would be a rather good time to use it today, I would have thought as well. But make sure you check that out. Plenty to come. As we say, we're looking forward to launch day a little bit later on, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 o'clock East Coast. But on top of that as well, we have got Monday Makers coming up a little bit later on, and if you love the idea of being able to personalise your cards, let's just say, I think you're going to love this next collection, which Craig is going to have a little look at. It's all about your numbers, isn't it, Craig?
It absolutely is. We're going to have a look at these, but as Ben says, they're coming up in Monday Makers. And these are the cut-in die and number collection. Now you get 19 elements in total, because you're also going to get your sentiment dies, where it's got happy, birthday, anniversary, congratulations, celebrate, and your urinals as well. Now the idea is they also cut in, but you can be using the negative as well. But today's price being $27.98 or $38.43. It does work out that everyone on today's price is saving 30%. But if you are platinum, that's going to come down to £22.38 or $30.74, and it'll enable you to make some really, really fun cards.
Cool.
Now, because these cut in, they enable you to create a shaker, which is actually what we're going to do in a moment or two with the demonstrations. So you can do a little bit of a shaker. And well, here's another shaker that you can see here.
Love it.
But then you can colour theme it, you can colour tone it, whichever way you so wish. But then because you're going to be able to cut in, it means you can do your concepts, you can do them in your cardstock, your pattern papers. And no longer do you have to go to the card store and only find, 16, 21, 18,
yeah.
30, 40, 50. You can 100% now come along and do some of the ages.
Like my age.
Like your age, 25.
Yeah.
Or happy 9th, and then you open it up, and then we've got anniversary.
Oh, cute.
That you can see here. So you can then be using them so many ways, keeping it very, very simple by adding a die cut topper. But then if you like to do things like your paper weaving and all of those different fancy backdrops, you can be doing that you can see here. So whether it is a stamp background, pattern paper, card blank, shaker, anything like that, you can be doing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go elegant with this one here. And I'm going to tell you right now, because I know you guys are going to go and ask and ask and ask. The pattern cardstock that I'm using is from a Sarah Signature collection from a good number of years ago. It's called the Black and Gold collection. So you won't find it out on the website because it is a past collection.
Before my time.
But actually it was before mine as well.
Oh, really?
But it's just to show you that if you do have any of your gold background papers or your backgrounds that are stamps, then you can stamp them out and create your own gold embossing.
Yeah.
So you can create your own background. But I just thought I'd made it look really, really elegant, sophisticated. What I have done is use kind of like the AB sequins. The only reason being is I didn't actually have gold in my craft room last night. So the only difference that we will do within this demo is I'm going to use some of our gold sequins, but other than that, the whole card is going to look identical. It is a 50.
Fabulous 50.
You could then put, 50th, with the TH if you wanted to. I've kept it just the 50, but it could be 51. It could be 56, it could be 93, it could be any age, whatever. It could be 100 if you want to. You can then, of course, have a play on any of the ages that you want to do. So what I'm going to do is taking a piece of the pattern paper. Hopefully this will just go through my Gemini Junior. It's just over the 6-inch, but let's have a look and see. And what we're going to do is we're going to position it into play. And then what you can do is you can have fun where you want them. They can be side by side, bit of an angle. Have a little bit of a look. Take a little bit of time to see where do you want to position them, where they're going to look good. And then we're going to attach them. We're going to secure them with our low-tack tape, and then we're going to run them through our Gemini.
Lily wants to know, Craig, what is paper weaving? I've never heard of it.
So paper weaving, it's like paper folding, but it's in actual fact, this really isn't paper weaving. Paper weaving is where you weave it in and out of layers.
Yeah.
This is more paper folding. There is a specific name for it, and it's gone right out my head. But it's about folding the layers of your cardstock. So if you can see in the back here, it's...
is it not T?
I just cannot for the life of me think.
I want to say it's T something.
No, you're thinking of tea bag folding.
Ah, not that.
It's got that feel to it, but no, it's all about folding the layers of your cardstock. Or I say card, when you go to do this technique, you'll find it on YouTube and lots of other sites will show you how to do it. I would do it with a light paper or a light pattern paper, because it's all about folding on top of each other, layer upon layer upon layer. So that's what that is. So that creates your own bit of a different backdrop if you want to do that one. It will come to me at some point when I'm not thinking about it, probably at like 3:30 tomorrow morning, lying in bed.
You'll wake up.
I'll wake up.
Scream it out loud.
Yeah. Paper weaving, thinking about it is something a little bit different, where you're weaving it in between layers of card. But what we're going to do, just managed to get that through, no more. And then what we're going to do is we're going to back it with acetate, and then we're going to use some of our foam on a roll.
Foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll. Hey! Could it be iris folding?
Yes, that's it.
I knew it was that. I knew it just came to me.
Who said it in the comments?
And nobody said it in the comments, and then what you're talking about. Iris folding, I just knew it. It was in the back of my head, and it just came to me. Nobody else came up with that at all. It was all me.
Thank you, Kiwi, for letting us know that a lot of the suggested comment in the comments was iris folding.
It wasn't suggested in the comments at all. It was all me.
Yeah.
Iris folding.
Me.
Yeah.
Me. But look at these, Ben. I'm not actually going to be using them, but you've got your negative that you'll be able to use if you want. But what we're going to do, we're going to move that out the way. What I'm going to do is I've already got my tape on the back, but in actual fact, I need to make that a little bit smaller because I've not quite got enough. So I'm going to go in with my tape runner for this one, and we're going to back it with the tape.
Laura says, since watching Craig, I felt brave enough to try using black paper. It really makes the other colours pop. I can understand why you might feel a little bit nervous about using black paper. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can understand why you're nervous about that, but it's great that you've watched enough of Craig to realise that it's a great thing to have in your crafty armoury.
It really is, and it does make such a difference. Even just a little slither on the back makes a huge difference.
And Nee's saying those cutting dies really give a ton of possibilities. Very versatile. I love the fact that we do the numbers. I love the fact that we do alphabet dies as well, because it just does give you, like you said, so many possibilities, so much versatility. And if you've got your set of numbers there, again, this is a collection that you'll come back to time and time again. Jerry Johnson just saying Crafters TV is so great for all the inspiration, and it's free. And Kiwi has just messaged to say that is my first time hearing that song about the roll which has foam on it. How have you not heard that before, Kiwi?
How have you not heard that before, Kiwi?
I'm pleased to know that you've heard it now. And what did you think, Kiwi? Marks out of 10, please, for that.
I didn't like it. I loved it.
Is that your Simon Cowell?
That's my Simon Cowell.
Very good. It's the song, you know, in craft now. It's the one that everybody.
You look like a pop star. You sound like a pop star, because you are a pop star.
All right, Louis Walsh. It's a good song, isn't it? It's catchy.
It is, to be fair.
Huh?
It is, to be fair. Yeah.
He makes out he doesn't like singing it, but I know that he does.
Gets on my wick. No, it doesn't really. doesn't really. Sometimes. Depends on the mood.
That's why I only try and do it sort of, you know, once in a while and not all the time, because then I can imagine it could get a bit annoying. Oh, 11 out of 10, says Kiwi. Yes. That's why you're my fave, Kiwi.
That's why she's everyone's fave.
Huh?
That's why she's everyone's fave.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
So what I've done there is I've taken a piece of black card, which was 6.5 by 6.5, and I've matted it onto a piece of gold matte card, or gold satin card, that's 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. So we can pop that one on. And then what I am also going to do, Ben, is if I pop that over the top, you're going to see that you've got your black on the back, which, you know, would look okay with a shaker. But what I want to do is I want to have that white at the back first and foremost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my white layer off, and then to explain what I've done with the foam that is on a roll, I have taken, so I've gone all the way around the edges and I've made sure that it's brought up right against each other. But these areas here, what I've done is I've kind of blocked them off because I want all of the sequence to stay within the specific area.
Yeah.
So the more area is to cover, you know, the less free flowing it's going to be. So therefore, what I've done is I've blocked these bits off. So what I'm then going to do is let's pop this onto our card. I'm just going to pop it all on here, and then what I'm going to do before I take the backing off, I'm going to position kind of some in the top left hand corner, some at the bottom, because we need to make sure that we don't get any under the foam. Otherwise it's going to stop it from sticking.
Yeah.
So it doesn't need to be exact 50-50 because it's all going to work and mix together, but it's so that I get it in the right position and it's going to all go where I want it, and that's into these parts here and not these parts.
Rebecca, to answer your question, the foam that is on the roll is a CC product, but I've just looked and it looks like it's out of stock at the minute actually.
Is that out of stock?
But no doubt we'll get that back in very soon, so fear not.
You can use our large foam pads, but what you do need to do is you just need to make sure every foam pad is pressed and butt up against each other so that nothing falls out. So when it comes to shakers, it is easier using the foam on a roll.
Foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll.
Hey! But you can, at an absolute push, use your larger foam pads.
Yeah. Susie T says, I sing it out loud in my craft room area more often than I'd like to admit. And Elizabeth says, I must have missed this whilst I was reading comments, but Elizabeth says, hi, what do you mean cut in? Don't all dies cut in? I must have missed that comment.
Must have missed that as well. So, yes and no. So the whole idea, the reason they cut in, because the concept that usually what would happen, if they cut out, this is usually what we are wanting. We are wanting the elements
I understand what you mean.
that cut out.
Yeah.
But we don't actually, the concept isn't about what's cutting out.
No.
The concept is about what's cutting into your cardstock.
Although the items that you've cut out there, you could still use
Of course you could.
elsewhere. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, you absolutely could do.
Yeah.
So they're called cut in, so that that's
you're
because
leaving
they
it
actually
within
cut into the card,
into the
and it's
card.
the card
Yeah.
that we are using. And then what we're going to do to finish this one off, Ben, let's add some gold gems.
Oh, yes.
And then what I've done is to really pull that white in the back that we can see with the gold shaker. I've taken some of our butterflies, which is from past Nature Garden collection called Spring is in the Air.
Spring is in the air.
Oh, spring is in the air.
Pammy says, Craig, do you use finger lift tape or double-sided tape?
Double-sided tape. Don't like finger lift tape.
Oh.
Personal preference.
Yep.
but I don't like finger lift tape, and I'll tell you why.
Tell you for why.
Tell you why. There's actually some in this drawer here, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. So let's bring in, it'll just take me a minute to finish this card, so we'll do that in a second. So where's my double-sided tape? My double-sided tape is here. So if I go up to my edge with my double-sided tape, go all the way round, you will see that I have got my tape right up against the edge. Can't even get it off. Right up against the edge of my cardstock, that we can see. So I'm going to get a full edge-to-edge adhesion right up to the edge. If I go in with my finger lift tape, what will happen, and I know this is minimal for a lot of people, but if I take that off, I'm not actually right to the edge of my cardstock.
Oh, okay.
And then that's where bits can catch,
Right.
can start to fray. So I prefer, there is an argument to say, well, why don't you just pop it over the edge slightly, but you don't know how far you're having to pop
bit
it
of a
up
faff,
over.
isn't it?
It's a little bit of a faff. So I personally don't like finger lift tape. It's good for a lot of people. You know, it's easier to lift off for some people, but for me, personal preference, I prefer double-sided. You know, finger lift is double-sided tape. It's just got a bigger, wider back end, so it's easier to peel off if you have any issues.
There you go. So now you know, Pammy. Good question.
It's a good question, because sometimes we just take for granted that, you know, finger lift double-sided tape is the same, which it is, but it's got a different way of applying.
But do you know, isn't it great that we've got all of these different tools at our disposal, so that, you know, you might like finger lift tape and not like the double-sided tape. You might like one type of adhesive and not like another, but there's always something out there for whatever your personal preference is, because it wouldn't do good for us all to like the same things, would it? So it's great that there's lots of choice, you know, lots of different things to help you depending on what you prefer to use. So that's
Exactly.
The good news. That is the good news.
Exactly.
So just a few pearls to finish off here, yeah?
Yeah,
Little
a
adhesive
few
things.
gold gems. What I have done is, and I know I say this all the time, but it doesn't matter how good a quality self-adhesive gems are, there is potential that over time, due to heat or handled, what will happen is they can drop off. So I will always add a dot of tacky glue underneath. And then what I've done on each of the butterflies, the reason I've layered two on top of each other is so that we get that flight and movement. So let's just lift them up. But then there we go. We've gone for a gold shaker 50th. And then we've got all that shaker with the gold sequins in the back. But having that white in the back, it makes the gold sequins just stand out that little bit more. You can still see the 50, but the white butterflies just add an accent from the white layer on the back.
Super duper. That is like a fabulous 50 card, that one, isn't it? And we will feature those more in Monday Makers a little bit later on. $22.38 if you're platinum, $30.74. Don't forget, you get those 19 sentiments to go with it. Oh, not 19 sentiments, you get the sentiments to go with it as well, of which there are 9. Right, also on Monday Makers, we are bringing you a Monday Mega Deal! Deal. Can I just ask as well, for those of you who were watching the HSN preview show last night, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I'm about to mention this. Is Chin Cam available, George? Chin Cam. Don't worry if it isn't. Last night I discovered under the HSN preview show that we've got a camera up there, and we were using that as my close-up camera, and Sarah was laughing because she was saying it's a great camera to get a great chin shot, and she was saying how great my chin looked on that camera. But if we can't use it, it's fine. Yeah, maybe we can do that later. But anyway, we're not using Chin Cam right now. We will. I never even realised there was a camera there. Seriously, they're always watching us. The Monday Mega Deal is a die cutting tools starter collection. This is brilliant, right? And we're always looking for ways to kind of will A, help you if you're already crafting with the kind of like core essential tools, but also if you're just starting off, giving you bundles that give you the tools that you will need along your crafting journey. So this is brilliant if you're getting into die cutting, because in this bundle, you're going to get yourself the die cutting, the die brush, I should say, with your foam pad as well. So this is particularly brilliant for getting all those bits and pieces out of your dies, the more intricate ones. You literally roll the brush over, and it gets all of those bits and pieces out. Now it comes with the foam pad, and also in this deal, we're going to give you 3 of the replacement brush heads as well. You won't be using those anytime soon, I can guarantee you of that. But it's nice to have those there for you in storage, if you like, so when you do need one, you've got them there. In fact, you've got 3. They do wear down eventually, so just pop those away, and you've got those right there. Chincam! Chincam! There we go. Here we go. Chincam. Oh, it's a bit. There you go. Oh, hello, Chincam. Sorry, I'm mucking about. Back over here. There we go. You're also going to get 2 pokey tools as well. Again, super handy to have for all sorts of your craftability. So 2 of those included, and then also we are going to give you your low tack tape as well. So a really handy collection to go for if you are going to get into your die cutting, and indeed if you are someone who is already crafting, you never want to run out your pokey tools. I can imagine those are the kind of tools that you put down that get lost. It's good to stock up. The die brush tool, worth its weight in gold, and your low tack tape, again, a craft room core essential. £8.30 for that lot, which is brilliant. $13.42 if you're platinum. Everybody's saving, 35%. But that Monday mega deal is only applicable for 24 hours or whilst stocks last. So certainly make sure you pick that up, particularly if you are new. Tools that will just make life a lot easier for you. And as I say, we'll look at those in more detail a little bit later on Monday Makers, coming your way at 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 o'clock on the East Coast. Last chance, Saloon, to get those questions in if you want to ask us anything before the end of the show, because we are into the home straight. We will, of course, be getting you to vote for your demo of the show very shortly indeed on Facebook or on YouTube. Or, of course, if you just want to ask us any questions or get any comments in, you can do that in the next 18 minutes. But before we disappear, we're going to have a look at something else which is coming your way on Monday Makers. The Christmas Advanced Twist and Pop dies. These are phenomenal because, again, it's going to give you that. I love cards that do things, right? And these are going to give you that surprise pop-up, indeed twist and pop-up element within your card. The great thing about this is you'll see it and you'll think, I won't be able to do that. But again, you're going to get the set of dies which allows you to do this with ease. But also the other great thing about this collection, it is the best price ever. Saving 20% and then another 20% if you're platinum. So it's under £70 if you're shopping with us in the UK. $76.61 if you're a platinum member shopping in the US. But let's have a look at these. With Christmas themed, we've got crackers and all sorts in this collection, haven't we?
We do indeed. I'm not going to show you the boards for these because unfortunately I just don't think that the boards do these ones justice. So what we're going to do is let's show you them in actual finished samples. Now what you can do is keep it very simple on the front, and then as you open up,
yes,
you've got that twist and pop. So you've got the cracker. Now I have made a gender reveal card with the cracker in the past on Crafters TV.
Oh, yeah.
And also done a craft along where we used it as a Halloween card. So you open it up with the oranges, blacks and purples, and it said boo. So you can always go back on YouTube and watch them.
Ooh, I like that.
But then you've got the trees, the forest that you can see
That's
here.
a really clever card.
Really nice card,
the
isn't
scenery
it?
pop up.
Yeah,
the trees
really
pop up.
nice with the trees there
Yeah.
and your silver card. But then it goes to show as well that you don't have to do big cards. So you open them up. Look at that. Peace on earth that we can see here there with the doves. Then we've also got our next one. So we open that one up.
Cute.
So some go vertical, some go horizontal. And then there's another Santa's. This was actually one that I done on the day that it launched on Wake Up Call.
Yay!
We've got the Santa hat. We're actually going to do the Santa hat again in this next demo. A little bit of paper piecing within that one there. And then last but not least, we've got the presents.
Oh, cute.
So you've got the presents within these ones as well. Now you will need the mechanism
Yes.
to make it work. If you got the mechanism with the original All Occasion Twist and Pop that launched, I think it was towards the start of the year, then it's the exact same one. So you don't need to buy it again. But if you don't have the Twist and Pop, the mechanism, then it's right along the bottom of your screen there, $7.99 or $9.95. And that is giving you the actual mechanism. It is bigger than the Twist and Pop mechanism that came within the Precious Memory books and that. So you've got this one here, this size, perfectly for the advanced Twist and Pop. So we're going to go straight in, and I've got our white smooth stamping card, and I've got a piece of this kind of ruby red card, and then also another piece of cardstock. Oh, it's not cut up big enough. Let's take a piece of white smooth stamping card. And this all works, Ben, in the free flowing. The ease of mechanism is all about the folding and burnishing and scoring of the mechanism. So what we're going to do is when we come to score, or not score, it already pre-scores for you. But when we come to fold and burnish these, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we give it a really good fold, a really good crease, breaking the fibres, and that's what's making the twist and the pop motion work really well. So there's our mechanism here. And then what I'm going to do before we assemble it all, I'm going to use the outline of the Santa's hat. So I'm going to do that within the white card, and then the actual detail of the Santa's hat we're going to do within this red card. And what happens is it even gives you the 3 score lines in the middle for you to then fold and score them. Or not score them, the score's done for you, but to fold and burnish them. Each of them, all of them, will go through your junior, and they'll also go through your midi as well. So although it's a sizable, workable die concept, you don't need your large die cutting machines. Your junior or your midi will work just as well.
I cannot believe we've only got 13 minutes remaining on the show. Lots of lovely comments still coming in. A lot of chat about the die cut accessories collection. Lots of you just saying how handy the tools are within there. And lots of you jumping in and grabbing that. And Julie just saying, at some stage, can you show how to re-ink the tri-blends? Julie from the Sunshine Coast in Australia. If you go back onto Craig's socials, I don't know why it keeps popping up.
Does it?
It's everywhere I go. You know when you get like suggested videos?
Yeah.
Your video of you re-inking, is it a classique? I think you re-ink a classique and then you show people how you can sort of re-ink tri-blend. It keeps coming up about 3 or 4 videos down on my suggested videos. So I mean, if you go back to Craig's page, and it's something like January the 9th, you'll see a video all about that. But what I would also say is, Julie, if you go to our Colour Me Happy shows, I'm sure that's something we'll have covered on there as well, isn't it, Craig?
What's that, sorry?
Re-inking our pens.
We will have with the classics. We wouldn't have with the tri-blends. That's why I done it on my page, because the tri-blends aren't refillable.
Yes.
So to get a little bit of ink in your tri-blend, it's more of a little cheat technique.
Just to kind of make them last a bit longer, right?
It is, yeah. It's about gravity, just pulling up the ink into your tri-blends. So refilling tri-blends wouldn't have been done on Crafters TV because your tri-blends aren't refillable. But as Ben said, if you go into that video on both my Facebook and Instagram, I give you a little bit of a cheat's way as to how you can make your tri-blends last just that little bit longer by sort of re-inking them. I'm
sure it's the 9th of January, Julie. I must have watched it about 20 times. Keeps popping up. In here with him all day, trying to
keeps popping up.
Keeps popping up. Instagram, Facebook, and videos are flashing up as well.
You know me, and social media. Now, what I've done here, Ben, is for these ones, I would use my tacky glue. And to give it a little bit more time to dry, I've already stuck one of them together. So I would go in with my tacky glue and then position it into play here. And then that gives us this one here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come along and at the 3 scoring points, which is here, I'm going to score all the way down. So we're going to score, doing it lightly and a few times. And then our next one that we can see is just into, so let me find it, which is just into this bit here. And I'm going to line that one up. I'm going to score lightly and a few times. And then what I'm going to do with then this one, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to score lightly a few times. So then what we're going to do is we're going to then come along with this centre one. So we're going to do mountain, and then the 2 side ones we're going to do valley, and then I'm going to press that together. And then what I'm going to do, just spend 10-20 seconds on our mechanism, and I'm going to fold and burnish all of the score lines both ways to make sure we get a nice, crisp, clean, broken down fibre mechanism. And that's what's going to make the advanced twist and pop do exactly that, twist and pop with real ease and flexibility.
Pammy just saying one of my favourite twist and pops is I think I've used it the most. Linny saying these hats would be fab with family names on the front of them, on the family names on the front of a card, not just a twist and pop. And Linny says, wow, Ben, that is impressive. Even getting the date of Craig's January show. I'm pretty sure it's the 9th, but as I say, it just keeps popping up. Can't get away from him. The other thing I would say as well is the presents that you get in this collection. I know this is a Christmas collection, the presents, any celebration, right?
Absolutely.
Birthdays, anniversaries, that is certainly one of the collection that you can use year round as well.
Oh, you can, yeah.
Even the hats, I suppose, to a certain extent. I used to say I love my Santa's hat and stockings. Got these to make to send because of the stockings being exclusive. But yeah, in this collection, of course, you can pick up the hats and the presents amongst others. So that's the mechanism all folded, right?
So that's the mechanism, all fold and burnish in all directions. So then what we're going to do is we're going to pinch one side. So then as we pinch one side and then pinch the other, what happens is you get, it's kind of like a little house.
A little tent.
With a little tent, a little V in that top corner. So if you have a lot of time to spare, you could use your tacky glue, because as we know, that's going to dry into the fibres of the card. If you don't want to use the tacky glue or you don't have time, red liner tape would work just as well. So we're going to pop our red liner tape on each of the triangles, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, and then if we fold the Santa's hat like this, so I'm going to turn it on like that. So we've got the opening of the Santa hat, basically opening here.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to tuck this one on top, and then this one goes underneath. So what I'm going to do is that one, I'm going to add my red liner tape.
What's the weight of the paper for the mechanism, Diane asks?
So this is our white smooth stamping card. So this is 300 GSM.
Okay.
So you want something with quite a bit of stability when using the mechanism. But we're going to come in. So once again, what I can do is bring in a Santa's hat. So let's open it again for you. So that's open. So I've got the opening facing towards me. And then I'm going to tuck that top one over the top here. I'm going to tuck it in slightly into here. And then we're going to come in here. And then what we can do is I'm going to put these 2 layers in now, Ben, so we can get the vote done.
Okay.
And then I can finish the front as the voting is going on.
Excellent. Great minds think alike. Terry Tom is saying, I use the presents for my son's birthday card. Yes, absolutely. Those are year round. And Eleanor just saying, I love those number dies. I was wondering if they're still available. They are. We're going to be featuring those for you later on Monday Makers. You're just saying that you wanted to get them because you could use them for your grandkids' birthdays. Yes, they are available for you. Monday Makers will be the show. We'll be featuring those. But you can, of course, jump in and grab those right now so that you can sit back and watch all of the demos with Debbie Fisher, who will be with me for the rest of the day. So grab them whilst we've got them. So I'm feeling it's going to be a busy old day today with those popping up later on Monday Makers. Also more on the Christmas Advanced Twist and Pop dies. And of course, launch day as well.
So what I've done, now I've got my adhesive off each side. You can measure it to be more precise so it's in the centre of your carte blanche. I'm going to eyeball it. So I'm going to do the point right up to the score line, and then I'm going to pull in on itself. And now I'm going to make sure we've got a nice adhesion to it. And then I'm going to make sure that I've got that free flowing. So if we go in and then open it up, we've got our twist in our pot. So you can decorate it with more embellishments if you want, which I will do in a moment. But what I can do is let's get the other ones up and running.
Oh yes, let's get the vote going. So,
here we go. So we've got the three to choose from today. We've got number 1, which we used the Belle Countryside. Number 2, we used the cut-in numbers. And then number 3, we used the twist and pop. So 1, 2, or 3.
There you go. Get your votes coming in, and we'll find out very shortly which one you're voting for. Don't forget as well the Get It Got It Good this week. Obviously, we have a brand new one for a.
Pardon me.
You just
With a little trump.
Just as he sat down, the chair moved. It's just the way he moved.
It wasn't the chair.
Oh, it was actually a.
It was the chair. It was the chair.
He just sat down. Yes, it got it. Good deal. The Gemini Multimedia dies, 12 in total you're going to get. So we normally think about these on our softer side shows. When you use these with your fabric, of course, you could use these with a whole host of different materials as well. That's the point about these. The deal is phenomenal. It's £120 or $120 for £28 platinum for the rest of the week, or whilst these last. So you're going to get your elongated hexagon. You've also got in there your clamshell. And finally, you have got your. You didn't get a hexagon. Which one I missed? Oh, the jewel. The jewel. So those 3 available for you on that deal. It's an amazing buy, and it's around this week, or whilst stocks last. Just whilst we are waiting for the results to come in, Craig, can you just remind us what's coming up for the rest of the day today?
I sure can. So, with it being Monday, let's kickstart the week with a launch day, which is all about the Belle Countryside. Debbie's going to be here. Well, Debbie is in the building already. She's ready to take over from me for the remaining of the day. She's going to bring you 2 hours of gorgeousness when it comes to the collection, and not just herself. But that's 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And then Debbie's going to be back once again with the main man himself for a Monday Makers. We're going to have a look at those cut-in numbers, the advanced twist and pop, as well as so many other things when it comes to Monday treats for you all, being 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, or 11 a.m. Pacific Time.
We have just received the results of the demo of the day. Terry Tom is saying, not too off topic, but is it December yet? It's not far away. We've
not
got
far.
57 days to go. I'm so excited to open the advent calendar. I had to give it to my daughter. I opened last year's all at once and totally wished I would have waited. Yes, good idea. If you are like Terry Tom and you're thinking you need to open up your advent calendar, give it to somebody else to hide away until the start of December. What was the demo of the day, though? It was a close run thing between 1 and 2, and the winner is number 1.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! I'm not surprised.
Number one.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
The Belle Countryside.
Really nice collection, 100% the collection, the images, the designs, that does all that exquisite work for you. So that collection is going to be coming up in the next live show with Debbie and Ben, as I say. Thank you so much for joining me, Ben. It was so much fun to kickstart the week.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's just nice to know that you can relax so much with me now over the course of the shows.
Absolutely. Sometimes when nature calls, it just calls, whether you're live or whether you're not. It was the chair, just to say. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I shall see you later on. And we'll see you tomorrow for Wake Up Call. Bye.